In the world of modern football, where astronomical figures and emerging markets often dictate the course of many careers, there are stories that transcend money and reaffirm the value of love for a club. That's exactly what defines Virgil van Dijk's journey at Liverpool. At 33 years old, the Dutch centre-back has not only cemented himself as a living legend for the Reds, but also proved, through a surprising decision at the end of last year, that his heart belongs to Anfield, even in the face of crazy offers that could have changed his life forever. With the Premier League title already secured and the Liverpool squad enjoying the final moments of a historic season, Van Dijk is at the centre of attention, and for good reason. He not only led the team with unquestionable authority on the pitch, but also showed a rare and genuine commitment off it to the club that turned him into one of the best defenders on the planet. And while fans eagerly await the final 2 matches of this triumphant campaign, it's impossible not to reflect on the central role Van Dijk has played in this achievement, and the tough choices he made to remain where he is. Since arriving at Liverpool in January 2018, Virgil van Dijk has been synonymous with stability, class, and leadership. His influence goes far beyond impressive stats or decisive interventions in crucial matches. He is the emotional and tactical pillar that supports the entire team structure. Once again this season, the Dutchman showed why he's considered the best defender in the world. With a mix of elegance on the ball, physical strength, and tactical intelligence, he was a key part of the winning campaign that brought Liverpool the long-awaited Premier League title. But the most symbolic moment of this journey is still to come. When Van Dijk lifts the trophy at Anfield, he will become the first Dutch player to captain an English team to the top of the league. That feat alone would be enough to cement his place in European football history. However, what makes this achievement even more special is the emotional context surrounding it, especially after the revelation that the defender turned down a multi-million offer to keep wearing the red shirt. According to renowned journalist Fabrizio Romano, speaking on his Here We Go podcast, Virgil van Dijk received a monumental offer from the Saudi Pro League at the end of December last year. While the exact numbers were not disclosed, Romano stated the offer was very big, not quite as high as the one Mohamed Salah received, but close enough to be considered outrageous even for a player of Van Dijk's calibre. For a defender, it would have been a record-breaking contract in terms of salary, something that would guarantee not only lifelong financial security, but also global status in an emerging market. Yet, Van Dijk didn't hesitate. According to Romano, the player listened to the offer respectfully, but made it clear from the start that he wasn't interested. He respected the possibility of going to Saudi Arabia. He listened to the offer, but he was very straightforward, the journalist explained. Despite the crazy offer on the table, he wanted to stay at Liverpool. That simple yet powerful statement says everything about Van Dijk's character and values. For him, Liverpool is not just a club. It's a second home, a family, a purpose. The decision to reject such a lucrative offer might seem surprising at first, but it makes perfect sense when you look at Van Dijk's journey over the past few years. Since his arrival, he has found in Anfield the perfect environment to thrive both professionally and personally. Under the leadership of Jurgen Klopp, and now with Arne Slot taking charge, Van Dijk has flourished as both a player and a leader, winning major titles and earning the respect of teammates, rivals and fans around the world. Moreover, the defender has built a stable and happy life in Merseyside. Married and father of 3 children, he has laid deep roots in the region where he's lived for over 7 years. For someone who values a balanced life between career and personal happiness, leaving Liverpool for an unknown adventure in Saudi Arabia was never really a viable option. He has everything he needs from a footballing point of view at Liverpool, said Romano, highlighting the importance of the club's sporting project in Van Dijk's decision. Another crucial factor is the legacy the Dutchman wants to leave behind. At 33, he has nothing left to prove individually. he's already been named the best player in the world, has won virtually every imaginable title, and has etched his name into football's history books. Now, his focus is on further solidifying his place as a Liverpool legend. Signing a new contract with the club, for example, was a way to reaffirm that commitment and open the door for possible extensions in the future. Some say he may even retire at Anfield, a notion that seems increasingly likely. Van Dijk's choice goes beyond financial or sporting aspects. It reflects a deep emotional bond with Liverpool. Throughout his career, he faced significant challenges, including a serious knee injury that threatened his continuation in the sport. It was at Anfield that he rebuilt himself, regained his confidence, and reached new heights of success. For Van Dijk, walking away from the club that supported him through such trying times would feel like betraying a fundamental part of who he is. This loyalty also deeply resonates with Liverpool fans, known for their passion and unwavering dedication. Seeing a player like Van Dijk turn down millions to stay at the club is a gesture that further strengthens the bond between the team and its supporters. It's a reminder that in football, not everything revolves around money. Sometimes, love and a sense of belonging are even more powerful forces. With his new contract signed and the prospect of continuing to lead the team for several more years, Van Dijk is in a privileged position to help shape Liverpool's future. Although age naturally progresses, he still has a lot to offer on the pitch. His style of play, based on positional intelligence and composure under pressure, allows him to maintain an exceptional level even in the later stages of his career. Off the pitch, his presence will be just as important. As captain, he serves as a role model for the young players emerging in the squad. His work ethic, discipline, and humility are examples that inspire future generations. Additionally, he plays a key role in maintaining the winning culture that Arne Slot is striving to instill since taking over as head coach. While the Saudi Pro League may try once again to lure Van Dijk before the end of his contract in 2027, it seems unlikely that he will change his mind. The defender has already made it clear that he sees his future at Liverpool, whether as an active player or perhaps in an administrative or leadership role after hanging up his boots. Virgil van Dijk is much more than an extraordinary footballer. He is a living example of how passion, dedication, and loyalty can outweigh even the most tempting offers. By turning down a multi-million-dollar proposal to remain at Liverpool, he proved that some things are more valuable than money, especially when it comes to love for a club and a community. As fans celebrate the final games of this historic season, they can do so knowing they have a truly special leader at the helm. Virgil van Dijk not only helped Liverpool win the Premier League title, but also redefined what it means to be a loyal player in an era of financial excess. And for those following his career, it's clear he still has much more to offer, both on and off the field. So, while the football world continues to be bombarded by multi-million-dollar transfers and constant speculation, it's worth pausing to admire stories like Van Dijk's. Virgil van Dijk showed the world what loyalty to Liverpool looks like. But not all stories at the club are about staying. While Van Dijk shines, another talented figure faces challenges: Federico Chiesa. Despite his impressive resume, the Italian forward has barely seen the pitch under Arne Slot. What led the Dutch manager to make this decision? What's going on behind the scenes of this controversial choice? Click the card next to this video and find out everything about the case. I'll see you there.